Gaza has departed from Barcelona, and the boats are carrying 350 pro-Palestinian activists and stocked with medical and food supplies. Now, the Global Sumud Flotilla Mission plans to launch in two batches, the first batch from Barcelona and the second from Tunis on September the 4th. Activists hope the boats will converge in the Mediterranean before sailing towards Gaza, a trip that is estimated to take 7 or 8 days. And to tell us more, we are joined by Jared Sachs, a member of the South African Jews for a Free Palestine and an activist, academic and writer on leftist politics and social movements, who is part of those heading for Gaza. Jared, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Now, Jared, tell us about your participation. Why is it so important for you to be a part of this, and just the whole mission?
Yeah, sure. So me personally, a lot of what is being done in Palestine against the Palestinians by Israel, it's being done in my name as a Jew, and so for me, it's really important to counter the perception that somehow all Jews support what Israel is doing, and that's not true. It's also, I also feel a responsibility because of what happened to Jews in the Holocaust, that it should never happen again. And right now it is happening again in Gaza. So that is part of my motivation. I also am an activist for Palestine for a long time. And, it's been very difficult over the past 2 years watching what has happened and trying my best to do something about it. But it's been very difficult to stop this genocide. So for me, this flotilla is another way, a new way of trying to change things. And I'm hoping that this will create enough pressure to help put things over the edge, and at very least they will open up the borders to aid and maybe eventually put a stop to the genocide.
Now, the Global March to Gaza mobilized in March and brought over 4,000 participants from across the world to Cairo in Egypt to march to Rafah. Now, were you part of this group?
Yes, I was part of the Global March to Gaza. We had a delegation of over 50 people from South Africa. And we tried to march to Gaza, but the Egyptian government blocked us. Even though they said they claim publicly to support the Palestinians, in their actions, they really are working with Israel and coordinating with Israel. And our march, Global March to Gaza through Egypt, exposed Egypt's complicity in the genocide that's going on in Gaza.
And are you hopeful that the flotilla will have access to Gaza? And are you ready mentally to be detained? Because these are possibilities of what may happen if you don't get access.
Yeah. Well, look, we can't. I can't tell you what's going to happen. We're hoping that we get all the way to Gaza, and Israel lets us go through, and we are able to provide aid and support the people of Gaza. But if they do intercept us, we will likely be detained. There might be violence from the Israeli army, because there has been in previous flotillas. But hopefully they won't treat us too badly, and we'll be detained. But the detention will expose them for who they are, because this is part of their blockade. They are not letting anyone in to provide food for the people of Gaza. The people of Gaza are starving. And we are doing this to expose Israel's actions, expose what Israel is doing, that they're starving the people of Gaza. And so whatever they do to us, it doesn't matter, as long as we do our best to challenge this blockade.
And your plan of action, say everything goes smoothly, you're allowed access, and you're allowed to hand over and make sure that people that need medical supplies and food supplies, which is generally almost literally everyone at this point in time. What is the plan of action once you get there and you have full access?
Well, if we get there, we will be distributing the aid. We'll probably partner with local organizations, and the aid will be distributed. And then we'll call on more flotillas and larger boats to come with even more aid to continue to provide food for the people of Gaza.
Well, Jared, earlier on I asked about the mental side of things in terms of you being ready, but also talk to us about, I'm sure you've engaged with people that you are going to be traveling with. And what is their thinking, as you embark on this journey?
Yeah, I mean, right now we're going through non-violence training as all the participants on the boat here in Tunisia, and it's it's an important thing because this is a non-violent movement. We're here on a humanitarian mission. We're not here to fight, and we're the ones acting legally. It's Israel who is illegally blockading Gaza. It's illegal according to international law, and we have every right to do what we're doing. And so the people here I think are steadfast. We are, I'm sure many people are nervous. I'm nervous. Everyone's a bit nervous, but we're worried about what Israel might do to us. But what they could do to us is nothing compared to what the people of Palestine and Gaza have been subject to.
Well, Jared, it's been a pleasure chatting to you. Safe journey, and hopefully we'll be able to speak to you once you are back in Egypt. What's the plan? How long are you going to be there for? And when do you return home?
So we're in Tunisia right now, and we disembark. We get on the boats in a few days, and then we'll probably be traveling for about 7 days to Gaza, and then we'll see what happens. If we get to Gaza, we'll be there for a while. I don't know how long, but if we get intercepted, it's really up to Israel what is done with us. I don't know how long they will detain us and what they will do to us. So it's hard to gauge what's going to happen, but we remain steadfast. We have Sumud as our name puts it. And we're not going to give up until Palestine is free.
When you say you have Sumud as a name to protect you, what does Sumud mean?
As I understand it, maybe I shouldn't be quoted on this, but it's as I understand it's a word that comes from Palestine, and that means having steadfastness and not giving up.
Well, Jared, thank you so much for joining us on Africa Update. We'll leave it there for today.
Okay, thank you so much.
That is Jared Sachs, a member of the South African Jews for a Free Palestine and an activist, academic and writer on leftist politics and social movements, who is part of those heading for Gaza. And our question to you today is, what message do you want to send to those aboard the flotilla? Share your thoughts and your views on all our social media platforms. That's on X, Instagram at Channel Africa 1, on Facebook at Channel Africa. You can also send us your comments and voice notes to +2763 at 406 9126. Hashtag Africa Update Us.